Community is everything.
Yep.
So when you make that realization, what's that process like? Like, is it like kind of daunting to you? Is it kind of like you're like, fuck, dude, I finally met the people that I want to surround myself with.
Yeah.
The old people may not be serving me that much. And then how do you get yourself in those social circles as well?
Yeah. The path less traveled is absolutely one of isolation, at least to
Yeah.
a certain degree at first. And I think it's an ongoing thing where you're going to be an outsider because you're
Yeah.
living in unconventional ways and you're seeing things differently and you're going deep within yourself and making changes. And it's fine if you want to live a life where you're, complacent to some degree and like you're fine with it. However, like, yeah, it's so. With that being said, the journey of finding these new friends and letting old ones go, it's definitely challenging for that reason because it becomes, you notice as you're in the world, it just becomes really hard to relate to people. And that's okay too. You
Yeah.
do your best to meet people where they're at and connect with them. And it's all love and keep those relationships going and engage with each other to the degree that feels in alignment with you. And then aside from that, continuing to connect with communities, there's so many ways to go about it, and it's just a matter of like understanding what are the activities that are in alignment with my path moving forward, whether it's yoga or I love to play pickleball or I love going to
You do?
gym. I haven't played it in like 10 years, but I like ping pong, so
Yeah.
I'll say I like pickleball. I can't say I
Yeah.
love it just because I haven't played it in so long.
I got to
But
tell you
just
about
this-
somebody who I'm
Sure.
interviewing then.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you later.
Pickleball pro.
Well, he's made his way into the space, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So for me, it was a matter of putting myself in communities that were doing things I was also in alignment with. So, yeah, for example, I went to more Paul Chek events. After that first Paul Chek event, I met some really awesome people, and that's where I got my first, mindset personal development coach. Because I was like, you're living differently. I'm very curious about your lifestyle. How did you come to be this person? Like, what are the things that you do on a daily basis? And like, what's your self-talk like? And how do you manage your emotions and your mentality and just direct yourself how you want to direct yourself? So I started working with this man, Ryan Sprague, and that was just another like breadcrumb or like a way of fortifying my path forward and hanging out with more like-minded people. And so worked with him, and then he's like, hey, we're doing this New Year's thing. If you want to come out, come on through. Answered that call. So it was just a matter of like becoming aware of the opportunities and then just showing up
Yeah.
up in different places where you're like, these people are doing what I want to do. And therefore, if they're doing things that are in alignment with you, you're going to have other similar values. And you're just making that connection to like, this is the community I want to be around. You're making it more concrete. You're signaling to your mind that this is what we do and this is how we continue to cultivate the path of fulfillment. And then as far as friends that may be out of alignment, you could either have a direct conversation with them, be like, hey man, I'm going to need some space and this is why. And it doesn't mean anything about you. It's not that I don't love you. It's just like things are different for me and I'm making some changes in my life.
Yeah.
And that can be a hard conversation. I haven't really had to have that many of those. It's more so like the relationships that are meant to go on just have, and the ones that aren't just have fizzled out.
Yeah, totally.
And that's fine. And just as you said, I still love those people and I'm there for them. If they want to make changes and they need support, I'm there right away. Absolutely. But don't expect me to come out to the bars and shit and like get hammered and do cocaine and shit. Like I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like give you a hard time because you won't do it.
Yeah, and luckily I've never really had to deal with that. And if someone did, I'd be like, red flag. I just set a boundary. I really can't have a relationship with you if you're going to treat me this way and try and pressure me into toxic behavior.
Right. Yeah. So just to give some more like actionable step or like value to people, this seems super rudimentary and very like easy, right? But you say that somebody like Ryan Sprague, right? He asked you to come to the New Year's event or whatever. For so many people, I know it seems like kind of silly. It would be daunting for them to say yeah.
It was daunting to a
Was it?
for me.
Yeah.
Because I was hanging out with a new caliber of people. So when I got there, I felt like a black sheep because I was in this limbo period.
Yeah.
I was exploring wellness and, cultivating my knowledge in the area.